a list of questions for you that are sort of like a quick fire round, right? And this is based on all of the stuff that you've been writing that I've actually been reading for several years now. So you can tell us yes or no and give us a quick answer as to why if you choose to. But here it goes, right? One egg a day, the whole egg. Is that good for me or will that increase cholesterol?
No, it's very good for you. It does not increase cholesterol.
It does not increase
Studies have
cholesterol.
shown that it does not. Yeah.
Does green tea actually detox our body and help us lose weight?
It does. I mean, yeah. I mean, the only way green tea can make you lose weight is if you go climb the mountain, pluck the green tea leaves, come down, and then make tea for yourself. That's the only way you can lose weight. And you do that every day. That's the only way green tea can make you lose weight. And for detox, it's not green tea, it's your lung, liver, and kidneys that is helping you.
If I use jaggery, palm jaggery, regular jaggery, honey, sugar cane, is that healthier than white sugar?
Everything is sugar. Jaggery is sugar, cane sugar is sugar, your white sugar is refined sugar, honey is another form of sugar. So it's all about limiting sugars. It's not about one specific healthy sugar. It's all sugars. You can have white sugar, but you limit the amount of white sugars. There are national guidelines on how much a person should take added sugar per week. Just follow that. So you can take white sugar in that, you can take cane sugar in that. It's perfectly fine. But there is no healthier sugar than the other.
As a liver doctor, as the liver doctor, if is intermittent fasting actually good for the liver? Will it actually make us healthier, help us lose weight faster?
So intermittent fasting is basically a tool for calorie deficit, which of course makes people lose weight in the short term. And any weight loss in the short term is good for the liver because obesity, overweight, or metabolic diseases, as part of obesity and overweight, can cause fatty liver disease or steatotic liver disease, as we call it now. And weight loss is always good for the liver. So, be it intermittent fasting way, be it a simple calorie restriction daily fasting way, or be it any other way that you can actually go in for a calorie deficit. So it's not, intermittent fasting is not something that is very special. It's just one form of calorie deficit. That's it.
Hmm. Is haldi doodh good for us?
The doodh is not the haldi.
Not the haldi.
So the
You believe that
haldi,
turmeric
no,
is because Indians put turmeric on everything. It's supposed to be good for us in every way.
yeah, I mean, turmeric is part of our, culinary, practice. I mean, diet, daily diet, and which is fine because turmeric does what it does in the diet. It gives flavor and adds color, and that's it. So if you put it in milk, the milk turns yellow, and it gets flavored. But you are not getting any goodness from the turmeric because turmeric is not absorbed in the body. 99% of it is lost in the stools. So the goodness that you get is actually from the milk only, not the turmeric.
There's also this idea of basically cut out all the carbs of your life because grain is at this point genetically engineered. It's not what it used to be. So, no rice, no bread, no pasta, none of these white things. Is that something you recommend? Does it make a difference?
I don't recommend avoiding any of these because I think we need carbs, we need proteins, we need fats. So we have to limit intake of these. So if you have a carb predominant diet and very low protein and low fat, that's not good. If you have a very fat predominant diet with low carbs and low protein, even that's not good. So it's all about having carbs as you require per your body weight, as per your regional guideline recommendations. And in that carbs, you can include any of this. So it's not like you have to stop eating rice to have a healthier life. No, you can have rice, but make sure that it falls into your daily carb portions, which is recommended as per guidelines.
Um, okay, so apple cider vinegar supposedly will help increase metabolism, will help us lose weight, is good for us. Should we take apple cider vinegar? Tastes terrible.
Apple cider vinegar. I think one of my Twitter friends, followers from UK, told me that the only thing that it is good for, and I agree with him, is to catch fruit. Is to catch fruit flies. So that's the only thing that apple cider vinegar is good for. And some people love it on their salads as a
Salads.
salad
Mm.
dressing. It does not do anything to metabolism or metabolic health. We have no good evidence to actually recommend it for any metabolic diseases per se.
Are some fruits bad for us, or should we not be eating fruits at night?
I think we can have any kind of fruit that we want, provided it all comes within the calorie intake that is recommended for us, depending on our physical activity and our daily nutritional intake. And you can switch fruits from whatever you want. I mean, people say that don't eat fruits at night. I have never understood what the science behind that is. because if you eat fruit at night, what is going to happen? They talk about your digestion not getting proper because of the fruit and things like that, but they have no evidence to show for that. So
Mm.
these are just health myths that is out in the open, and I think people should just move away and grow up away from all these healthcare myths. Have your fruit, enjoy your fruit portions, but make sure they come in within your calorie
Okay, so
recommendations.
this whole business of don't eat it after your meal, don't mix it with dairy, don't eat fruit and something else. You don't subscribe
No,
to any of that.
these are based on obsolete Ayurvedic principles, which was written 2,000 3,000 years ago, based on some primal observations at the time, and we have no testability to prove that these things actually cause you harm. Come on, I mean, one of the best shakes that I have is something known as a Sharjah shake, which is milk and banana with a bit of boost in it.
Hmm.
Not that it's going to be healthy, but you can have an occasional Sharjah shake. It's fine. I mean, I'm not dead yet, because I've consumed that. You can mix dairy with milk. I mean, milk with fruit. There is no problem there.
You did mention this earlier also. There's this whole idea of stay hydrated, right? Drink a lot of water. People carry these giant bottles of water wherever they go and they're drinking a lot of water. You actually believe that too much water is bad for us.
Yeah. So drink water when thirsty. That's a simple rule, and
Hmm.
drink water according to physical activity. So I sit in the. I mean, I work out in the morning a bit, as much as I can in my limited time, and then I go and sit in the OPD from 9 to 5. But there'll be another person who's an athlete who'll be actually training for most of the day, and he requires more hydration, and I require lesser hydration than him. So there is no set standard for drinking this much amount of water. People say consume 8 glass of water a day, which is actually wrong, because you cannot generalize that for everyone. I mean, what I say is when you're thirsty, drink. That is enough. Your body will tell you when you're thirsty. There is a center in the brain to tell you that, and that's more than enough.
Okay. Coke zero, Pepsi zero, zero calorie colas and drinks. Good, bad? What should we
So
do?
0 calorie is any day better than calorie.
Full calories. Okay.
So there have been a lot of studies that have been done where they have switched from sweetened beverages to 0 calorie beverages, and found that patients have lost weight, patients' metabolic factors have improved. So there is some benefit of going in for 0 calorie sweeteners in your daily diet. I mean, especially if you have metabolic disease, but there are recommendations to using these on a daily basis. So we have to stick with those recommendations. And the whole myth
The,
that these, yeah,
sorry,
yeah, please.
the artificial sweeteners as well, the stevia and the other things that are put to these zero calorie drinks, we're now told could cause cancer, could have adverse effects as well.
So they cause cancers in mice or cells when they are given in doses that is 20,000 times more than what we consume.
Hmm.
So that is not a yardstick for us to actually say that these are going to cause cancers in humans, because there is no evidence that these actually can cause cancers in humans. These are all in these lab-based studies and animal models, small rodent experiments, where they have given very high doses and they have found out that DNA changes and there is some mutations happening and things like that. But that's just lab-based data. We don't have clinical evidence for that. So it's safe to use within recommendations.
Okay, so Sharjah shake is better than Diet Coke, which is better than regular Coke.
Sharjah shake is actually the most
Worst
calorie
among them.
dense. But if you're
Well,
working out in the gym and you need a good calorie meal before the gym workout, Sharjah shake is better than a Diet Coke.